What's up? What's up? It's your boy Lil L again. No, we not stopping this. Give me a second. I'm back. Got our one viewer. Well, if you are, comment in the comments, man. Appreciate you coming, watching the comments, man. Feel free. Comment in the comments. Okay, get started here. All right. So, talk about different vinyl records right now. The vinyl records. So, same on vinyl. So I got my gear, and I got my Jam Man Digitech looper right here. Jam Man Digitech looper. I like using this looper because I get some nice loops. I say it's like this looper, not just the loops, but this looper helps me make beats at a fast, super fast rate, super duper fast rate. So if you guys ever, interested in getting a looper, I would recommend, the Jam Tech Digitech looper. It also has to where you can put SD cards into it, SD cards. So where it saves 100 loops, so you can keep on getting SD cards and put it in there. And the MPC 500, my baby, one of my babies, MPC 500. This right here. I'm not gonna lie. Excuse me for a second. Whew. Excuse me. Don't y'all be talking about no corona. MPC 500 to me is my 2000 XL. Any MPC, I don't need the 2000 XL. I don't need none of those other ones. I'm good with the MPC because it's portable, and I'm able to do what all I need to do with it. You know what I'm saying? And it has the 12 pads, and it's just good enough for me. And another one, which is rare, old school, the Zoom sample track. The Zoom sample track ST224. This right here, it got lo-fi, copy and paste. It got so much, and the lo-fi grid is so amazing. Lo-fi grid is so amazing. It's something different. I like it. I really enjoy working with it. Also got cassette player. Here's my portable one. I don't bring it out really as much, but I use it though. I play stuff on it. Cassette old school. I actually bought this last week. Yeah, last week. I bought it last week, and I bought another one too, and I'll show you guys that one later. But also for the ones Instagram that have seen this already, probably haven't, but I got the Wiz soundtrack. The whole soundtrack on cassette, VHS. And also, which I sampled yesterday, was the Malcolm X soundtrack. And I'm still continuing. I'm still on the first side. Soundtrack is so good, so many one shots, so many things to sample, so many things out there. The composer did very well. Very well. So I want to talk about different techniques and sampling different type of records and everything. So I would say I follow or I use the straight out the gate, the old school the original way of sampling vinyl records. Now I'm not gonna say I always been the person to sample straight from vinyl. And to be honest with you, I had to use GarageBand for a period of time. See, GarageBand is basically my roots. At first, I used to actually loop into Audacity. I make loop in Audacity, and like a lot of rappers do today, they get a tight beat, some trap or something, and get a tight beat or get a beat period. It don't even matter. Now I didn't trap, never rap. Now I will say that I've made a boom bap slash kind of trap, but not really that trappy, not even trappy at all, but just some different drum elements. But we'll go and get a tight beat or get a beat, and then there's some parts that I might like and want to keep doing over and over again. So I would loop in Audacity, even the parts with the drums, without the drums, I would loop that and cut that and keep timing it and see if it's that cut that I want. So, but I say a few months ago, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, is when I got my 500 and got the Zoom. I used to have a 303 and a 202. What happened is I ended up making a deal with somebody, and that's no longer here. But I learned a lot from the 303 and the Zoom, different things that I finally had grew out of. And using the 500 and the Zoom, and then getting a looper from a buddy of mine, that's when everything transformed. But I used to do beats off GarageBand. And you know, I would record my record player and everything into the preamp, and I would cut it right there. But it's like now it's more of it's like I want it now, like straight old school. Like I even got drum kits. I even got drum kits on my card on here, and I got a lot of drum kits. But I got drum kits I made scratch. I got my snare drum in the closet over here. Do you know there you go? Point to it. Yeah, there you go. Point to it. Yeah, I got a snare drum in there. I got a keyboard. So I do both, you know, using instruments and records. And of course I got records all down here. Next time I have to show you guys my record collection. I got 45s too, but I got more albums of the 45s and everything and all that stuff. So like I want to definitely show you guys some records. Well, one is, I say one of the tricks that I use is not just percussion, not just because of label percussion, but you know, records that have different drums on them. You know, now a lot of people know what I'm talking about. You know, breaks. You know, maybe have a snare out of nowhere in the beginning with nothing behind it. You know, and yes, you can get drum kits offline. I used to get drum kits all the time. Like I said, you know, it's not like I've been going totally DAWless for a whole year or 2 years. It took for me to get the equipment actually beat the knowledge into the brain. So actually the like records like percussion sounds records or you know drum breaks, so you might just find a record, everybody got a snare or something that surprised you. You're like, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, I want that. You know what I'm saying? And chop it up and everything. I'm going through everything kind of in a quick fashion and trying to make it sound simplified as ever before I will actually be doing these things in front of you guys live and on YouTube. So it's like when you have a vinyl record and it has a drum break or it has a drum, and sometimes you can get drums where it has something behind it, but if you cut it, because I just learned this last week, if you cut your drum just good enough to where it's like it might be some music behind it, but if you cut it just right, it's just perfect. It's just hits right there. And then, put some reverb on it and everything. And I do my drums inside my 500 because they bump. The MPC is known for definitely with drums to make them bump. And programming, and you got layering, you got all sorts of stuff. 500, I say 500. I can make a loop on here. I could chop and I could stretch. You can still stretch in the 500, but the thing about it's like you have to go through a lot of different menu settings to be able to stretch, and stretch different keys and different stuff you want. But the 500, I could, put on one pad and copy to another at a quick fashion, go right into the effects and stretch it right then and there, instead of have to, okay, well, let me make sure I got my sample first, let me make sure I cut it up first, and then I can just stretch later. And then also has a feature on here, it's called resampling, to where you can resample and make your own loop with the chops. So it's a lot of different things. Also got a microphone. Of course, I have to have a microphone because that's why I keep putting these EPs out. Let's see. I'll show you guys some more records before I end this segment right here. So, show you guys some recent records that I actually bought. So I'm not going to show the heavy hidden records yet, but I say a lot of diggers do exactly what I do. Basically, they look at a record, and if they get some sense of satisfaction from looking at the record, then they get the record. And there's some other things too. Some people go back and look, okay, you got drums on the record and everything. But I want to show you guys first a record that I had to listen to, but it's still, the cover kind of looked interesting, but funny. Now, this record right here, y'all gotta get ready. This record right here is, I know y'all gonna say, "Ooh, look at this." It's Mama Cass. Bubblegum Lemonade. Mama Cass Bubblegum Lemonade. Yes. Now y'all looking like, okay, Lil L, why you got this record? Now, I know y'all like, man, she a big one, right? But I was just curious, but I had to listen to the record before I bought it. I was curious. So I listened to it. There was some things in the record that I know, that I hear, and then I anticipate whether I could really mess with the record. So I went to the record player at the record store, went and listened to it, and I was like, okay, I think I can work with this. Plus, it's not damaging to the price. It's only a $1 record. Ain't like $5, $6, $12, $20. So I'm like, I'm gonna buy it. And I'm not gonna lie, I made some fire. I made some fire off of the record. But I have to say, when I went to go buy this at the record store that I bought this from in Kalamazoo, shout out to Satellite Records, they told me about the story of Mama Cass. And boy, if y'all know about the story of Mama Cass, y'all know why I'm laughing. But if y'all don't know, look up Mama Cass. But she used that gut to sing, though. She used that gut to sing. All right. Oh, this one. Oh my goodness. I never knew about Gloria Lane. Lynn? Might be Lane. I don't know. But I learned something new about her. And I actually ended up getting 2 records at the same time. Let me see. This one and this one. Now, this one I sampled, but I still got to go through and sample some more because I know it's some more heat. This one I haven't sampled yet. It's another Gloria Lane. And her voice is amazing. Her voice, it's a lot of singers out there that voices are amazing. I'm not taking away from nobody else. But it's like her voice, it was just something I just did with. I know I stretched her voice, however I used her voice for a record for a couple of songs, and it was just amazing. And this is why I like sampling, because I can go to a record store and not know an artist, but then I listen to them on the record player at the record store, and then I'll be interested in more work they do. So now I'll be familiar with their sound. So I'm like, okay, Gloria Land. Okay, look how this record looking. Okay, let me go get another one. I'm like, let me listen to it before I buy it. So I still got more work to do on this. Now, so another one. Where is this at? Oh, yes. Now this one. Now I had some records before this Arrow. I mean, I said Arrow Garner, and this pianist is very great. You have other voices, Arrow Garner. It was like how he plays, and just it was like I had to sample this one time and then say, okay, I got to put this up and come back maybe in a week or a few days, because it was so powerful to sample and the beat that I made with it. So, and this actually brand new. It's just I took the plastic off of it. Okay, one more. Yeah, 16 minutes. One more. Okay. Now, definitely gotta show you. I'm sifting through, y'all. Hold on, give me a second. Okay. Okay. Well, it's not the one I really want to pick out, but I just used this one. Now, this one right here, Supreme sings Howard Dozier Holland. Now, of course, I'm in Michigan, so I'm a big fan of Motown. That's hands down. And I bought this, and on the record player that they have where you can mess with the pitch, but also you can slow it down live as you playing it. And it was just the first song, that You Keep Me Hanging On. You know what I'm saying? It was just how slow and how the pitch that I messed with on the record player, it just sounded slowed down. And I got a lot of Supreme records. I'm a big fan of Supremes. So, this is another one I sampled. So, all right, I appreciate you guys' time, and tune in to more.